Welcome to Stoic True Wisdom. There's a quiet struggle that highly intelligent men face, one that no one really talks about. You're not arrogant, you're not antisocial, you're not trying to feel superior. Yet somehow people misunderstand you. They feel uncomfortable around you, and sometimes they even resent you without knowing why. Stoicism explains this clearly. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject." Intelligence doesn't always look loud. Often, it looks calm, observant, and restrained. In this video, we'll explore 7 signs you're simply too smart for most people to deal with, not because you think you're better, but because your mind operates on a different level. Let's begin. 1. You see patterns others can't. The first sign is awareness. You notice patterns in behavior. You see cycles repeating. You understand people's motives before they speak. Most people live in reaction. You live in observation. This makes others uneasy. When you don't fall for surface-level stories, emotional manipulation stops working on you. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you interpret it that matters." You interpret faster, deeper, more accurately, and people sense that you can't be easily fooled. Too small talk drains you, not because you're arrogant, but because you're deep. You don't hate people. You hate meaningless conversation. You crave depth, ideas, truth, purpose. Most people bond through gossip, validation, and surface-level noise. You bond through understanding. Seneca warned that constant trivial talk weakens the mind. You instinctively avoid it. That's why silence feels comfortable to you and awkward to others. They mistake your depth for distance. 3. You're comfortable being alone. This is a major one. You don't fear solitude, you use it. You think, you reflect, you sharpen your mind. Most people need distraction to avoid their own thoughts. You face yours. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations alone, talking to himself, refining his character. When you're alone, you grow. When others are alone, they panic. That difference changes everything. For you question social norms without rebelling loudly. You don't blindly follow trends. You don't chase approval. You don't copy what everyone else is doing, but you don't announce it either. You quietly choose your own path. This unsettles people because conformity loves agreement and intelligence questions without hostility. Epictetus said, "If you want to be invincible, make no treaty with desire." You don't crave fitting in. And that makes others feel exposed. 5. You think before you speak, and speak less because of it. You're not quiet because you have nothing to say. You're quiet because you have too much to say, and you choose carefully. Most people talk to think. You think, then talk. That creates presence. When you do speak, people either listen closely or feel threatened, because clarity cuts through noise, and noisemakers don't like clarity. 6. You're hard to manipulate emotionally. This is where intelligence becomes power. You don't react instantly. You don't take things personally. You don't let emotions hijack your decisions. You pause. That pause alone disarms manipulators. Stoicism trains emotional discipline, not suppression but control. When people can't control your emotions, they can't control you, and they feel it. 7. You're often misunderstood, and you've made peace with that. This is the final sign. You've accepted that not everyone will get you, and you've stopped trying to explain yourself. This is peak Stoic maturity. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." You apply this to life itself. You don't rush to correct opinions. You don't chase validation. You don't beg for understanding. You let time and consistency speak. That calm confidence is rare, and rarity is often misunderstood. Being intelligent in a shallow world isn't easy. You'll feel isolated at times. You'll be underestimated. You'll be misunderstood. But remember this, depth is lonely but powerful. Silence is heavy but respected. Clarity is rare and dangerous to mediocrity. You don't need to shrink your mind to fit others' comfort. Stay disciplined. Stay observant. Stay calm. And continue sharpening your inner strength with Stoic true wisdom.